Welcome to the Root Chakra Vinyasa class. Today we're going to begin our class lying flat on our backs with the head towards the back of the mat and the feet towards the front. And as you begin to lie down with your body landing here in this moment, allowing any thoughts, any past memories, experiences, any future plans, ideas, letting all of these things of the past and the future to release, and allowing yourself to reside here in the present moment. Taking a deep breath in, filling up through the belly. Sigh out your mouth, letting go. Another deep inhalation, drawing in the present moment. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. And one more deep breath in through the belly, the side ribs. With your exhale, letting go, letting your body land here in this moment. And as you lay here in stillness, feel the earth meeting your body as your body meets the earth. Knowing that you are a product of the earth. Your roots are the same as the plants and the trees. Grounded, stable, supported. Bringing awareness to your feet, your toes, your ankles. Allowing them to fully relax in this moment. Bringing awareness to the shins, the calves, the knees. Letting them fully relax. Drawing awareness to the thighs, the quads, the glutes, the pelvic floor. Allowing these areas to fully relax. Awareness to the lower spine, to the front of the low belly, the space where the root chakra lives, Muladhara chakra. Envisioning the color red here and allowing the space to fully relax. Awareness draws up through the abdomen, the digestive system, the back of the spine, all the way up to the shoulders, the chest, the heart. Allowing these areas to fully relax. Awareness comes up to the shoulders, the neck, the throat, allowing these areas to fully relax. And awareness to the arms, the upper arms, the biceps and the triceps, the elbow joints, the forearms, all the way to the wrists, the palms, the fingers, allowing the arms to fully relax. Awareness comes to the facial muscles, the lips, the cheeks, the nose, the eyes, the brow line, the forehead, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Allowing the entire head and face to fully relax. Allowing your whole body to fully relax and release here and now. Taking a deep inhalation, letting it go. And with your next inhalation, starting to breathe into the low belly, lifting the breath up through the side ribs, all the way up to the heart space, and releasing the breath down out of the heart, out of the abdomen, all the way out of your roots, squeezing every last drop of breath out. And again, inhaling low belly, ribs, chest. Pause at the top of your breath and let that go all the way out your roots. Inhale, base of the spine, side ribs, the belly, the heart. Pause at the top. Exhale, fully release the breath. Continuing this 3-part breath on your own. Taking one more full 3-part breath. And as you let the breath go, beginning to awaken through the toes. The first place on the body that touches down on the earth, where our roots grow down and out of our body, letting us be here, letting us be connected, letting us stand strong and tall in our bodies. Awakening the feet and awakening the fingers. Begin to draw the right knee in towards the chest, interlacing the fingers around the knee. Draw the knee in towards the chest and start to rotate through the right ankle joint. Switching direction. Letting that go and beginning to move the knee in some circles, opening through the hip joint. Switch direction. Knee comes back to chest. With the left hand, draw the right knee to the left side, opening into a twist. The right arm can come into a cactus or field goal position, and the gaze can come over the right shoulder. Dropping into your breath here, breathing all along the spine. Starting to bring the knee back in through the center. Draw it in, and then let your leg go up towards the sky. Hands can interlace behind the thigh. Flexing through the right foot. Inhale, lengthen the foot so the leg is nice and straight. And a small pull in with each exhalation, drawing the leg towards the chest. Using your left hand, on the inner knee, bend the knee, and with the right hand, start to reach for the ankle or the outside of the right foot. Extending that foot out to the right side as you draw the knee in towards the right armpit. Left hand can release to the left hip, half happy baby. Guiding your right foot in towards the navel, keeping that right knee bent out to the right side. Interlace the hands around the right foot and draw it in towards the navel. And start to sway that foot side to side, again opening through the right hip joint. Drawing the foot in towards the navel and release that foot all the way down. Cross it over the left foot, reaching the arms overhead, holding onto your right wrist. And opening up your side body stretch on the right side, creating this crescent moon shape with the body. Shoulders are rooted, hips are rooted. Breathing here. Taking one more inhalation. And as you exhale, open wide into star pose, taking up space. Full body expression. Releasing star pose, bring the knee into the chest on the left side. Squeezing that knee into the chest, start to rotate through the left ankle. And switch direction. Letting that go and start to take some knee circles, opening the left hip. Guiding your knee with your hands, opening up. Switching direction. Releasing that, guide your left knee to the right side with the right hand. Keep the left shoulder rooted down, opening up the left arm into cactus. Taking an inhalation through the spine. And exhale, releasing the gaze over the left shoulder. Starting to come back through center, left hip will root down, knee comes into chest. And extend the left leg long up to the sky. Interlace the hands at the base of the thigh. Flex the left foot. Inhale, kick the foot up, straightening the leg. Exhale, gently pulling in. Continuing here. Using your right hand behind the left knee, bend the knee and reach the left hand for the ankle or the outside of the foot. Gently pull in your knee towards left armpit, and the left foot goes out to the left side. Right hand lands on the right hip to stay grounded in the leg, and breathe here. Begin to draw your foot in towards the navel, interlace around the foot, bringing the foot into the navel and taking it side to side, opening through that left hip joint. One more inhale, pulling in. And exhale, extend the left leg to hook over the right ankle, reaching the arms overhead. Hold the left wrist with the right hand, draw it towards the upper right corner. Crescent moon, breathing here, shoulders and hips rooted. One more inhalation. Exhale, star pose, taking up space, feeling yourself open to receive the energy of your root chakra. This space where we receive abundance from the earth, where we receive nourishment and support. Trusting that you are deserving to receive all of the support this world has to offer. One more inhalation here, opening. And exhale, coming into a little ball, drawing the knees in, reaching the head to touch towards the knees. And releasing the head back down. Starting to rotate in this little ball in some circles, massaging the base of the spine. Activating your roots, activating this color red. Finding both directions. And holding behind the thighs. Using your core, we're going to start to roll up and down along the spine. Feeling each vertebrae as you roll. You can concave the back so that you have yourself in a little ball. Next time you roll up, let your feet land, reach the arms forward. Hug around the knees, tuck the chin. Hands will come behind the thighs, start to rock and roll again a few times, landing your feet and reaching forward, creating space in the shoulder blades. One more time. This time, extend the legs all the way out. Remove the flesh of your glutes. Flex the feet towards you, long spine. Inhale, reach those arms high up to the sky. And exhale, release the hands to touch down towards the toes. Breathing here a few breaths. Inhale, graze your legs with your hands, touching your roots, and then reach those arms high to the sky, floating the hands back down to touch towards the toes. Inhale, release, drawing up through the legs, giving your roots some love, reaching up. And exhale, fold forward. One more time, inhale, reaching all the way up, folding forward. Surrender here, a few breaths. Maybe gazing at your legs and recognizing their strength. Recognizing how they bring you through your journey of life with ease. Sending them this gratitude. And we'll release, coming back into a long spine, bringing the sole of the left foot inside of the right thigh. Bring your torso to frame forward over the left knee. Arms reach up, and let the right arm go towards the toes of the right foot. The left hand lands behind the head. Press your head into your hand and look up over your left elbow. And start to bend in towards your right leg. Left hip stays rooted. One more breath in. Exhale, closing your shoulders to frame over that right foot, folding down. Start to take your left hand and draw a big circle all around, opening through the left side body. Plant the left hand just outside left hip and start to stand up on the left knee and the sole of the right foot. Right arm extends open. Breath in. Exhale, release, coming back to sit and take that side bend again. Left arm reaches over left ear. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the left hand down, stand onto the left knee, open through the right arm. And folding back through over the right leg. One more time, inhale, reaching open. Exhale, planting. Inhale, expand, open through the right arm. Exhale, folding forward all the way, shoulders reach over the right foot. Starting to walk yourself up, lifting through the torso. The right sole of the foot will come to meet the left. Interlace the hands around the toes and start to flap out the butterfly wings of the legs. Starting to bring some more energy to the body. And finding stillness. Extending the left leg out to the left side. Right sole comes inside the right thigh, the left thigh. Frame the shoulders over the left knee, arms reach up. And release the left hand towards the left toes. Right hand behind the head. Press the head into your hand and gaze up towards the elbow. Fold a bit more towards that left side. Taking an inhale to open. Exhale, closing, folding over the left toes. Starting to reach with that right arm all the way up and overhead, landing it just outside the right hip, standing onto the right knee, pressing the sole of the left foot down and reaching the left arm open. One more inhale. Exhale, releasing the sit bones down. Left hand towards toes, right arm overhead. Continuing with your breath, inhale, reaching overhead. Exhale, plant the hand, the knee, the foot, left arm reaches, inhale. Exhale, folding back, left hand to toes, right arm overhead. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, planting. Inhale, open the left arm. And exhale, taking that fold all the way, shoulders over toes. Walking the torso back up, coming back into that butterfly with the left foot now meeting the right. Interlace around the toes and give yourself a little flap here with the knees opening. Finding stillness, hands come outside the knees, drawing the knees in. Again, the hands behind the thighs, start to rock and roll and land on your feet each time. And as you land on your feet, maybe you can lift the hips and reach forward. Finding one more. And then land on those feet if you have to help yourself up, doing so. Reaching forward with the hands and coming onto the toes. The fingers will come out in front of you. Start to rock along the toes. Opening up each of your 10 toes here. Starting to familiarize with the toes. And releasing the feet down. Hands come in front of you, palms down. Standing up nice and tall. Taking a forward fold here. You can hold on to the elbows, release the head, and sway a bit side to side. Letting go of the jaw and the tongue. Letting all your muscles release here. Hands can release back down. On your inhalation, bring the hands next to the shins. And exhale, hold here. halfway lift. Start to bring your hips over your heels a bit more, guiding the top of the head forward. The neck is nice and long. Backs of the legs fired up, finding this halfway lift. Take a breath in and fold, hands graze behind the calves, nose towards knees. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold in. And one more, lifting halfway. Folding down. Start to curl through the spine and reaching your spine up. We're going to find standing posture. Taking a nice slow journey, feeling each vertebrae stack on top of one another. Shoulders release down the spine, arms open up. Mountain pose. And here we're going to start to bring our awareness to our feet. So moving to the outer arch on the left foot, inner arch of the right. And then over to the right side, right outer arch, inner left arch. Picking up the feet in this way, moving side to side. And then start to take it in a little bit of a circle, moving side, forward, side, back. You can pick up the arches, the toes, the heels, starting to massage the feet here, finding and discovering the different points of the foot. Moving in the opposite direction. Coming back to center, we'll come onto our heels, lift up the toes. Place the toes down, lift the heels, rocking forward and back. Release the feet down. Let them root down all parts of the feet. And the hands will come to the knees, bringing the knees in some circles. And while you create these circles, see if you can keep the feet down. Switch direction. Coming back to center, taking your knees in opposite circles, and you might lift onto those outer arches, and then the inner arches when the knees come in. Outer as you rotate out, inner as you rotate in. Switch direction. Releasing, coming into a standing posture, hands to hips. Start to take some hip circles. Moving the hips all the way forward, side, back, side. Opening from our roots all the way up. Switch direction. Releasing that, bringing the feet out wider than the hips. The arms can come open and bend the knees a little bit. We'll start to sway the torso side to side while keeping the legs strong and stable. If it feels good, you can close the gaze. Allowing the spine to open here, opening the arms. Starting to slow down the sway. Coming into stillness. Bringing the feet back underneath the hips and drawing the awareness to the shoulders and the neck. Just bringing the shoulders up towards the ears with an inhalation. Exhale, release them with a ha. Inhale up. Exhale out. Ha. 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 One more. Ha. Shoulders are released, palms can be open. And start to take the gaze over slowly to the right shoulder. Long neck. And the gaze can come over through center towards the left side. Center to the right. And center to the left. Back through center. Tucking the chin, allow the back of the neck to get nice and long. And then reaching the chin up towards the sky, the throat gets nice and long. Chin to chest. And the chin up to the sky. Head back to neutral. Taking that gaze over towards the right side. And then let the chin guide your journey all the way up with the head towards the ceiling. And then gazing over the left side. Shoulders remain neutral. Chin to chest. Again, over to the right. Up to the left. Chin to chest. Switch directions, over to the left, up, right, chin to chest, left, up, right, chin to chest. Head comes neutral, feeling your mountain pose. Feeling that sensation of the roots all the way up to the crown, awakened, grounded, and open. Inhale, bend the knees and reach the arms nice and high. The palms will come to touch overhead, legs are long. Squeeze down with the tailbone and then take a gentle back bend, reaching up and back, coming from the upper body. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back. And the left knee can come down. Stacking your right knee over the right ankle. And finding a nice wide stance here, you might need to pick up that back knee and step it back a bit more. Once you feel that sensation in the front left hip, you can take a little side to side movement through the hips here. Releasing the hands down, tuck the back left toes, bringing your knee of the right foot towards the chest and then stepping it back to meet the left. Finding our first downward facing dog, bring your gaze to your hands, bring them out nice and wide and press into all 10 finger pads. The pointer finger and the thumb are pressing in a bit more to release pressure in the wrists. And then rotate the elbows forward, to draw the shoulders down along the spine. Gazing towards your toes, releasing the neck. Imagining that your chest is coming to touch the tops of the quads. And start to walk out the feet here, opening up through the backs of the legs. Finding stillness and just observing the balance in the body. Inhale, roll forward onto the toes, shoulders stack over wrist, plank pose. Imagining roots growing out of your hands and out of your toes. Strong and grounded, take an inhale. Exhale, release the knees down, release the chin down and the chest. Tops of the feet released. Hips are high. Inhale, rise the torso up, pressing into the pelvic bone, and open the hands so that they're hovering above the mat. Finding our first low cobra. Hands release, forehead releases. Inhale, this time lift up with a gentle support of the hands. Exhale, release. And one more inhale, reach up, draw the shoulders away from the neck, and release. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, the knees, and the hips go high. Downward dog. Breath in, lift the right leg up behind you. Keep the foot flexed and the pinky toe faces down. Press into your hands a bit more, drawing your chest towards the thighs. Inhale here. Exhale, the foot comes back in between the hands, left knee down. Breath in, rise the arms up. And here we'll drop the tailbone, lifting up through the ribs, the gaze goes up and back. You can imagine that your feet are drawing towards one another. So that left hip presses forward and the right hip presses back. Feeling that activation in the hips. Take another inhale. Exhale, release the hands, tuck the back toe. Step forward gently and take a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, hands will come overhead. Tuck the tailbone and take a back bend. Hands to prayer. And open the arms, mountain pose. Inhale, arms overhead, small back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Right knee comes down. Setting up here. Left knee stacks over left ankle. And when you find the depth in the stretch that you want to explore, start to sway side to side. Gently release that, bringing the hands down. Tuck the back right toes, lift the knee, and bring the left knee to the chest and then step it back. Downward facing dog. Again, walking it out here and bringing awareness to your foundation of your down dog. Do you feel balance in the body? And if one side or one area is carrying more weight, can you distribute out the weight so that you're in balance? Inhale, roll forward, finding plank pose. Nice long line here. Breath in, breath out, knees release, tops of the feet, chest and chin. Inhale, rise into your low cobra with the hands at a hover. Exhale, release. Inhale, low cobra, hands support. Release. And one more. As you release, press the hands down, the knees and the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg, keeping the left pinky toe face down, the foot is flexed. Drop the torso towards the thighs a bit more. Breath in, breath out, bring your foot in between the hands, plant it down. Right knee comes down, lift the arms. Awareness will come to the hips. Draw the right hip forward and the left hip back. Tail goes down to the ground and the arms lift up, drawing those rib cages up, creating space along the spine. And the gaze can follow the hands. Breath in. Breath out, release the hands, tuck the back toe, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up and rise. Hands to prayer. Mountain pose. Starting at your feet, start to give yourself a little bounce here. And with the arms starting to shake out a little bit, shaking out the body, letting go. If any sounds feel nourishing to help you release, being free and able to do so. Maybe you start to jump a little bit, feeling those feet nice and activated. And slowing it down, coming back into your mountain pose and just noticing the energy moving. Inhale, rise the arms, reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, rise to the toes, look forward. Exhale, slowly walk one footprint at a time to the front of the mat. Really feeling with your feet all the sensations of how it feels to walk. And fold. Lift halfway. Fold. Rise up, opening up. Palms to heart center. Pausing here. Feeling the balance in the body. Honoring the light of the sun as it comes into our body through these sun salutations. And as this light comes in, we anchor it into our bodies, into the earth. We'll take 2 more sun salutations and really allow yourself to feel the light of the sun entering and grounding. Breath in, reaching up. Exhale, folding down. Half lift. Stepping the right foot back and then the left, downward dog. Roll forward to plank. Vinyasa. Cobra. Downward dog. Rise to the toes. Walk or step forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. Taking it down through prayer, down to the earth. Half lift. Stepping the left foot back and then the right, down dog. Roll forward. Knees, chest, chin. Low cobra. Downward dog. Rise to the toes. Walk or step forward. Half lift. Fold. Rise up. Anchoring that light into the heart. Mountain pose. Breath in, reach the arms high. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And stepping back into downward facing dog. We'll pause here. Start to walk your hands, one handprint at a time, to the back of the mat. Folding here. Toe heel the feet out a bit wider than under the hips. Lifting up the right foot, place it on the palm of the right hand and the left foot on the palm of the left hand. Start to massage your hands here with your feet. The toes can be right up towards the wrist creases. Moving the hips side to side. Feeling this heaven and earth connection of the feet and the hands meeting. And releasing the hands. Bring the feet back underneath the hips, fingers in front of you, lower down onto the knees, keeping the toes flexed. Start to walk the hands in, and we'll come to sit onto our heels. Interlace through the hands, and rotate the wrists here. Switch direction. Interlace the hands and press them away. Reach them up overhead. Open the arms to the side. And then hands come in front of you, tapping out the feet. Come to sit right onto your heels. The hands will come just behind the toes. Press the fingers down, the wrists, and then lift up through the knees with gentle pulses here. Opening through the tops of the feet. And being gentle with yourself. If something doesn't feel good, the feet often find a lot of stagnation. So sometimes it can be a bit much. Listen to your body and take what feels good for you. And we'll release that down, fingers back in front. Tuck the toes and sit back onto the toes. And then lifting up the torso here. Cactusing out the arms. In your peripheral, be able to see your hands. Inhale, look up. And exhale, float the spine back until you feel your core engaged. Inhale back through center. Exhale, the hands release, chest and chin. Take a vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Walking at your feet. And we'll come forward into a plank pose. Release halfway down, elbows by the side body. And bring the tops of the feet down, pressing up through the hands. Let the toes release, the tops of the feet. Opening up here, upward facing dog. Gaze over the right shoulder and the left. Back through center. The knees will release, curl through the spine. Sitting the hips back, walking yourself with your hands back. The hands will come again behind you, lift up through those knees, pulsing on the tops of the feet. And release, hands in front of you. Tucking the toes, come to sit back onto the toes, hands to prayer. Inhale, rise onto the toes. Exhale, cactus the arms. And float the spine back. Letting your core catch you and breathing here. Breath in, arms reach up. Breath out, releasing, coming into your chin and chest, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high behind you. Bend the knee and stack your right hip over the left. Right knee towards the ceiling, heel towards the bum. Gaze can come under the right armpit, pressing into all 10 fingers. Inhale, lengthen the leg, square off your hip. Exhale, bring it through in between the hands. Crescent lunge, find your foundation here and lift up through the arms. Bend into the front knee a bit more, sit the hips down and lift the torso out of the roots. Arms can reach forward and start to peel open the right arm, opening into an open twist. The gaze can come over the right shoulder. Right hand comes back through center. Arms lift up, placing the back heel down parallel to the mat, finding warrior two. Bring the hands to the hips and look down. Left heel and right heel are in one line. The outer edge and the inner arch of the left foot is planted. The front right toes are planted, and the front knee gently moves forward and out towards the right pinky toe. Arms extend open. Release through the shoulders. Warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, open the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior, left hand down the back leg. Breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands forward. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Rolling forward, coming halfway or all the way down for your vinyasa. Upward facing dog, tops of the feet land. Downward dog, coming all the way onto the tops of the toes and then let the toes land. Breath in, left leg reaches up behind. Exhale, stack left hip over right. Pointing the knee to the ceiling and the heel gets heavy. Gaze under left armpit. Inhale, lengthen the legs, square the hip. Exhale, draw your foot in between the hands. Crescent lunge, finding your foundation and lifting the arms high. The back heel is lifted. Press into those back toes and press into the front sole of the foot, growing up. Arms will reach forward. Peel the left arm open behind you and gazing over towards the left fingertips. One more breath. Closing in, reaching up. Warrior two, hands to hips. Checking your feet, pressing into the outer and inner arch of the right foot. That heel is in one line towards the front heel. Letting the front knee go over the ankle and out towards the left pinky toe. Arms extend. Dropping the tailbone. Releasing the shoulders. Finding your warrior two. Inhale, open the front palm, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right arm goes down the back leg. Left arm overhead. Gaze can be up. Breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step the left foot back, downward dog. Roll forward and find your vinyasa. Kneading in downward dog. We'll start to walk our hands to the back of the mat. And toe heel the feet so that the heels are on the mat and the toes are just about off. Come to sit the hips down. Malasana squat. Here can be a nice place to place a block underneath the sit bones to help you here. And if it feels good, bring the hands to heart center. Use the elbows to open through the knees, sending the tailbone down and the crown of the head up. The hands will release down, lift the hips high. Toe heel the feet out a little bit wider than the mat now. Feet are parallel. Bring your hands to your hips, long spine. And just like in the half lift, start to reach the crown of the head forward so those hips are right over the heels. Open the arms out to the side. Breathe here. Breath in, breath out. Breath in. Exhale, left hand underneath the nose, release it down, and the right arm will extend up towards the sky. One more breath in. Exhale, open both arms out to the side. Breath in. Exhale, right hand down, left arm goes up. Breath in and out, opening again, wide arms. And then folding down all the way. Hands can come just inside of the heels. Try to walk your hands so that they're in line with the heel. And the head comes down towards the inside of the hands. Wide-legged fold. The hands can release out in front of you. Draw your heels in. And it's a bit wider than Malasana. We'll sit the hips down and reach the arms to prayer. Goddess squat. The knees are over the ankles. You can bring a hand to the lower belly and a hand to the tail. Tuck the tail down and the pelvic in a little bit, and then drop your roots down. Open the arms into cactus. Feeling strong here. Left forearm releases to the top of the left quad. Right arm reaches over right ear. Gaze comes up. Switching sides, right forearm to the right quad, left arm over left ear. Back through center, goddess. Coming to the tippy toes, little pulse. Heels release, stand up nice and tall, star pose. Hands to prayer. Bringing the feet back underneath the hips. Opening into mountain pose. Inhale, lift through the right knee. And the exhale will plant the heel down and then the toes, starting to walk forward. Inhale, left knee rises nice and slow. Exhale, release the heel and the toes. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, heel, toe, left knee up. Heel, toe, front of the mat. Right knee up. Stepping back, toe, heel. Left knee up. Stepping back, toe, heel, right knee, toes, heel, left knee, toes, heel. Right knee comes up. This time bringing the heel of the foot down, the toes, and as the toes come down, reach the arms forward and the left foot behind you. Warrior three. Nice and long, kicking back with the left foot and reaching with those arms. Try to get the left hip point coming down. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the left knee up, arms reach up. Exhale, heel of the left foot, toes, warrior three, right leg behind, arms forward. Inhale, reaching up, the knee comes with. Planting it down, mountain pose. Pausing and receiving. Grounding down into the right foot, finding something to focus on that isn't moving, and lifting the left leg just to start to take it forward and back. So we're kicking the foot forward and back. Maybe the hands take a little sway here too. And now we'll start to take your left knee up, and the foot comes to a hover. Up, hover, up, hover. A few more times. And this time bring the knee up and take it in a few hip circles around. The foot is still hovering. Your right foot has got this. Bringing it up, open it out to the side, and come into your tree pose. The left sole of the foot is either inside the thigh or the calf. And here we'll press with the inner right thigh, press it into your left foot as the left foot presses into the thigh. Finding this balance, and then open those arms. Finding your expression of tree here. Hands to prayer. The knee comes in towards the chest. Float that foot all the way behind the right. Press into the outer arch of the foot, the big toe mound, and reach the arms high. Right knee is bent. Holding onto the left wrist, open up through the left side body. And coming back through center. Mountain pose. Hands to prayer, and the left foot balances, and the right foot goes forward and back. You can release the arms here and let them be a part of the movement. Start to bring the knee up and to a hover. Up, hover, continuing. This time bringing the knee up and drawing some hip circles. Opening up the knee and placing the foot inside the thigh or the calf. Again, feeling that roots growing down on the left foot. And then awareness comes up to the sole of the right foot, sandwiching in against the inner left thigh. Let them grow this bond. Let the right knee come out to the side and extend the arms up. Finding here your own expression of your tree. Feel how your tree moves in the wind. Hands come back to prayer, bring your knee high. Start to step the foot behind the left. Outer arch, big toe mound, bend through the left knee and reach up and overhead, holding on to the right wrist, breathing into the right side body. And back through center, mountain pose, opening and receiving. Giving yourself a little shake out here. Shaking from the feet to the knees, to the hips, to the belly, the torso, the shoulders, the arms, the head. Letting go. Maybe the feet want to jump a little bit. And slowing it down. Mountain pose. Inhale, draw up, reaching for the sun. Exhale, bringing it down to the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, down dog. Roll forward to plank, halfway or all the way. Up dog or low cobra. Downward dog. Right leg lifts up. Stack the hips here. Inhale, lengthen, square off the hips. Draw that foot in between the hands. Crescent lunge, reach up. Hands reach forward. Peel open through the right arm, gaze over the right shoulder. Back through center, arms rise up. Warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Straighten out the front leg. Little micro bend in the front knee. And start to reach forward with the right arm. When you can't reach any further, release the hand down inside of the right shin. Left arm goes up. Press into the outer arch of the left foot and lift through the right rib cage. Breathing and opening here. One more breath in. Exhale, bend the front knee, warrior two. Hands comes to hips. Right foot comes to face the left side of the mat. Long spine lifting up. Wide-legged fold. Release the torso down. Hands inside the heels, forehead down towards the mat. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches high. Breath in. Exhale, release right hand down, left arm goes up. Breath in and releasing. With this fold, we'll start to walk our hands over to the front of the mat. Let the right foot face forward and we'll come into a wide-legged low lunge. So also known as lizard pose. Giving yourself a nice generous bend in the front knee. The left knee can come down to support you or stay up. And you're welcome to bring the forearms down. Finding your lizard here for a few breaths. Wherever you're at in your lizard, start to bring the left knee down. Rotate the right arch of the foot open. Take your right hand and press onto the top of the right thigh, pressing it away from you. Use your right hand, bring that knee back through center. Point the right toes out, hands inside of the feet, tuck the back left toes, and with a little bit of a bounce here, step that left foot forward so it's in line with the right foot. Sit the hips down, Malasana squat. Drop the roots, reach the crown high. Elbows are pressing the knees open, hands to prayer. Palms release down, lift the hips high. Walk the feet underneath the hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, rise up all the way, breath in. And fold down, last sun salutation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back, moving through your flow. Downward dog. Left leg rises up. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Inhale, lengthen, square off the hip. Exhale, step it through. Crescent lunge, rise the arms, root down through the feet. Arms reach in front, peel open the left. Gazing over the left fingers. Back through center, reach up. Warrior two. Reverse the warrior, lengthen the front leg. Start to reach forward with the left arm. Letting go, left arm goes down, right arm goes up. Pressing the top of the left hand into the leg. Back right foot, arch, press it down and lift through the left ribs. Gazing up. One more breath in. Exhale, bend through the front knee, warrior two. Hands to hips, straighten out the front leg, face the toes to the right side. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward all the way through. Hands release inside of the heels. Forehead comes down. This time we'll walk the hands over to the right foot. Left hand hooks outside the right calf and the right arm reaches up. Bend through the left elbow and lift the heart towards the right fingers. One more breath in. Exhale, release, walking to the other side, hooking outside with the right hand and lifting with the left arm. One more breath in. Exhale, release through center. Start to walk the hands over to the top of the mat. Left foot faces forward, walking it out so that it's just outside the mat. And we're coming into lizard here. Hands are inside the left foot. Option to bring the right knee down. Option to bring the forearms down. Finding your lizard here and breathing. Wherever you are, releasing the right knee down. Pressing into the outer arch of the left foot, and with the left hand pressing to the top of the thigh, opening up. Use the left hand, guide the knee back over the ankle. Face the left toes out, hands are inside on the mat. Pick up the right knee, lifting onto the toes. And with a little bounce here, step the right foot forward. Toes face out, Malasana squat, sitting it down. Asking yourself in this moment, how do you choose to connect with your root chakra? How does it feel to be grounded and supported And how does it feel to be deserving of abundance, of nurturement, and of unconditional love from Mother Earth and your family? Hands will release down, lift the hips high. Toe heel the feet so that they come underneath the hips. And we'll just come onto the toes here, releasing into a little ball. Hugging around your knees, the heels can be lifted. Just taking a moment to send gratitude to your body. Releasing the arms forward and the heels come down, and then gently the tailbone releases and the spine releases vertebrae by vertebrae. Palms can open out to the sides here. Bring the feet out as wide as the mat and let the knees go side to side. Coming back through center. The feet can come just behind the glutes. Knees are bent and up to the sky. Bring the fingers to brush the backs of the heels. Hands plant down, feet press down. Inhale, lift the low belly, the mid belly, all the way up towards the heart. If you'd like to interlace the hands and roll onto one shoulder at a time, press the hands down, keep lifting through the hips. Bridge pose. Arms lift up, come onto your toes, and rotate down one vertebrae at a time. Hand to heart, hand to belly. Let the knees fall in and just pause. And releasing the hands to the mat. Start to bring the knees in and curl your hips over your torso. Hands to the low back, stacking the feet over the hips for shoulder stand. And really flex the feet here. You can tilt the chin slightly away to open through the throat. Imagining your feet are solar panels receiving the light of the sun. And you can stay here, or you can tap your right foot overhead. And then drawing it back up, tap the left foot overhead. Finding a nice opening through the legs here. Coming back to shoulder stand. Let the knees bend in, hands can release and slowly lower down. The legs can extend all the way, arms open. Pausing for a moment, receiving the posture. Bringing your right knee into the chest, squeeze it in, and then take it in a twist over to the left side. Arms can extend fully open, gazing over the right shoulder. Releasing the twist back through center. Extend the right leg down and draw the right knee in. Taking the twist over to the right side. Arms extend open, gazing over the left shoulder. back through center. Both knees come in. Full happy baby, holding on to the outsides of the feet or the ankles, knees open wide. You can rock your baby side to side here, keeping your tailbone down and the crown of the head, and allowing this to be a moment of joy in the body. Bringing both knees in towards the chest, lifting the head and kissing one knee at a time. Offering gratitude to these roots. And then extending into our final resting posture, Shavasana. Taking any props that might support you here, a blanket, a bolster under the knees, a scarf over the eyes, anything that you'd like to find the most comfortable position for you to relax and release back fully into the earth. Taking a breath into the body, letting yourself go here, feeling fully held. Inhale, I am home. Exhale, in the present moment. Shavasana. Beginning to bring awareness back into the body. Feeling your breath, your spirit home inside the physical body. Feeling your body rooted and grounded in the arms of the great Mother Earth. And from this knowing that we are fully supported, beginning to awaken to this knowing with some movement in the fingers and the toes. Bringing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a final hug, and rolling off to one side, pausing to give your own prayer of gratitude. Pressing your way up into a comfortable seat. And to close this Vinyasa practice of the root chakra, Muladhara, we'll bring our ring finger representing earth and the thumb representing fire, our spirit, to touch. And then placing them on the knees facing down to ground this practice into all of our cells, to offer reverence to our ancestors that paved the way for us to be here today. Gratitude for our families for bringing us into this world. Gratitude to the earth for everything she provides for us. And gratitude to ourselves for choosing this life, this moment, this practice, this body and this heart. Bringing the hands to prayer in front of the heart. We'll close the space with an Om and 3 Shantis. Cleansing breath in. Inhale for Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, peace. Namaste.